Bonjour, everyone. Woo! Hello, everyone. Bonjour. Woo! Wow. Do you want to spend some money or not? No. You want what? Alors toi, tu viens. Open source guy. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So today my session is, as usual, a little bit too long in terms of title, because I learned that the longer, the better. So next year, 4 lines. Thanks for the sponsors, and also thanks to someone who is maybe watching us, laughing maybe too loud, who created the awesome Ladies Be Architect. My name is Vincent Finet. I'm a technical architect at Salesforce since 2014. I help customers, or I try to. And along my journey, I got to learn some quite technical things and other things. And I realized, I think it was around 2019, that giving back is not a BS thing. It should be real. And you know that at Salesforce, it's a very big value. But instead of a value, if you don't do anything, it's just a value, it's just vague. So this is why I'm here every year, trying to give back to something that I think will be useful to you. So today, it will be about licenses, and hopefully with all my session, I try to pick some fun out of it. So it will be with some magic. I didn't bring the hat, so I had to draw it on the... Okay. So, but first of all, as a Salesforce guy, I need to warn you, in this magic trick, no rabbit were mistreated. Unless this one. True story. One day, you have the boss saying that he has no more Salesforce license. He's kind of pissed off. He's harmed, even if it's scarred. But he's dangerous, and he has like this little spy who will be the PMO, I believe, who will be on your ass all day trying to figure out, where's the license? Where's the license? We're not gonna pay. Okay, nice. So this is the problem. As an admin or the guy who is in charge of the damn Salesforce setup, the usual thing is that you want to give a look of all this license that you have in your Salesforce org. So just to be sure that we all align, we have in Salesforce 4 types of licenses. One is the user license, which is stick to the user. We'll see that later. One permissions licenses, and feature licenses, and user-based entitlements. So all of these are information that you have in the setup menu from the company information. On every license, you have the count of total that you bought, the license that you use, and the license that are remaining. The first one, the user license, because I was focused on permission set licenses first, and then I figured out that maybe it would be a good idea to have the four in the presentation. So the first one is the user license. This is the first layer, obviously, when you create the user, because it will have an impact on the profile that you're going to choose for the user, and potentially the choice of the permission set that you're going to assign, because some permission sets are tied to a license, sorry. But this is optional. Some permission set can be like open, not open source, open licensed or license free, let's say. So in case this type of license is not available anymore, then the impact is that you cannot create a user with the same license anymore. Obviously, you will get an error or update if you want to switch with license. Typically, if you don't want to spend money on it, just try to deactivate the user. That's why we usually do. We challenge the number of users that we have in production. Sometimes big bosses, they want their license, but they never went to Salesforce. Anyway, so deactivate some users because it will decrease the number of licenses that are free. And obviously, you can try to switch to other license. For example, the good example would be that you may have a need that does not require, if you think of it, that does not require a Salesforce license per se. It might require only Salesforce platform. So you might gain some money out of it. The permission set licenses are a way to give feature to users via assigning a permission set. Okay, I take a pause because I want your attention here. The permission set that you assign to the user is tied to another object, which is the permission set license, which is in return linked to a license. Woo, okay. So then, if you have no more license on the permission set license, you will have to wait for the magic trick after some slides, or you will pay more licenses. This might be my last day at Salesforce because I'm not good at it. So you see that you have like both assignments, right? Okay. The arrow is in red, so you should focus on it. Oh yeah, right? Okay, 3 times is enough. Okay, no 4. The other one is a feature license. This one is just a checkbox on the user. So you cannot update a user by checking, for example, marketing user. If you don't have any marketing user license anymore. Usually you see that happening when you create automatically users on your org with that checkbox checked. Okay, even though the user doesn't need, for example, flows or knowledge user, which is, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, if you check that, I'm looking at you because I think you know. No. I think this is not the right to see the knowledge articles, but to create and manage. Yeah. So obviously, if you take that, maybe you need to go back to school or to get some more certification, which brings back to money to Salesforce. I may stay a little bit. Okay. So obviously, if you have no more license here, you need to challenge the way you check, and you may use a report on the users to see where is that damn checkbox checked, and then you challenge. Okay, so no magic trick here. Okay, and the user base entertainment. This one is about having more. To give you the ability to increase some resources that you use on a monthly or a daily basis, if I'm not mistaken. So, for example, you will discover that because you have a lot of integration, and the out-of-the-box number of API request limit per month is very low, so you could pay Salesforce to have like a package of additional of this, okay? And that will be also seats when you are doing community cloud, experience cloud, thank you very much. And this is the ability to have seats for your users that log on a monthly basis. So those typically, you should need to monitor them to make sure that they don't explode. And I tried, I'm sorry, but you have to monitor or either pay. There is no magic trick. But then, there is one. Let's focus on permission set licenses. Okay, so let's check at the time. Perfect. This is the data model that I created with the Lucid chart, which is an awesome tool, blah, 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 blah. And by the way, there is an extension to do this directly from Salesforce. And then you see here that you have the nightmare of an admin trying to understand the permission set license assignments. Okay, so first of all, you have the user, you have the permission set here, and then you have the permission set license here. Some permission set optionally are linked to a permission set license. Okay, we got it. In the middle, we have the relationship between the user and the permission set, and also the same with the user and the permission set licenses. Why is it so complicated? I don't know. Anyway. And by the way, the counter of the number of license is stored here. Okay? So when you assign a user to that permission set, which is linked to a permission set license, which is linked to a permission set license, okay? Then you obviously go to the user, or you go to the permission set page, you assign the user, it adds a record here. Okay, didn't lose anyone, I guess. Salesforce will then add the assignment automatically in this table. Okay? Which, if the user was not already assigned to that license, will increase the counter. If this one is already to 0, then roll back, boss angry. Okay. When you deassign, or let's say you remove the assignment of the user from the permission set, you're here, you want to delete the assignment. Successful. You might think, but not. No. Salesforce will not automatically remove that line, which has an impact on the counter here. So you think that you remove the license assignment, but not. And you will realize that when you check the number of licenses that are in your org on the company information against that query, if you know how to do it, or a report, they just don't match because of that. And the beauty of Salesforce is that when you ask them, I found a bug, but there is no bug. This is by design. Woo! Bravo! And even they say that, they have written that. And then remove the assigned permission set license. So you have to do the job of Salesforce. In one way, they do it automatically, and then in the other way, you do. But they did that on purpose to keep the license, or what? I'm not saying. I have a feeling. This is recorded, so I should continue. So in short, to reduce the number of use license to the true number, you will need to correct that assignment in that last table. Okay, you need to align those. So that's easy to say, but that's maybe a nightmare, because the beauty of that data model is that, let's imagine that you have 2 permission sets that are tied to one unique permission set license. One user is assigned to, for some reason, I don't know, to the 2 permission sets at the same time, linking to the same license. If you remove one of the assignment of the permission set and you keep the other one, that doesn't mean that you have to delete the permission set license assignment, right? So you will need to guess for a user that he's not assigned anymore to blah, 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 blah. Okay, the nightmare starts. Hopefully the magic trick is happening. So some months ago, I wrote an article about that, and I was starting to write all the queries that needs to be done, then all the data manipulation that needs to be done, and then at the end of the article, I was like very happy, and I was like, that's not very useful. I mean, okay, maybe you understand the stuff, but maybe only 2 or 3 people will actually know how to, or will have the patience to to go through those steps, manual steps. So yesterday I create, to illustrate that, a Salesforce plugin, which results, which is used like this. And you point to your org, and then it will output the permission set that can be cleaned, and with the number of unnecessary, might be a typo or something like that, we don't care, the number of license that you can free. Okay? So here, boss is angry. You have 0. You perform, well, it's not in a good in the good order. You do the command. Most of you are admins, so maybe, hopefully you use that. If not, I will be happy to do a Visualforce or style to do the same. You have this information, which will be, I have this permission set, and I have this assignment that I need to remove. So you go to that URL with the permission set license. You see 0. You remove that line. Obviously, you will have more than one, so you can delete on a bulk fashion way. Then, ta-da! You gain the seat again, and there's a rabbit. So if you want to scan the article on Medium, it's here with the little rabbit. Not sure I have the copyright to use it. Sorry. Don't. Hopefully you don't see the trademark here. And same for the Salesforce DX plugin here. So this is the source code and the npm package. Don't take a look too much of the code. Don't run PMD on the code. It was written yesterday night after a very nice lunch, dinner with the speakers. Don't blame myself. Sorry. But it works. Okay? That's the beauty of it. Thank you. Do you have any questions? Salesforce AI? Maybe not. Maybe not. Now, and yeah, the usage of this Salesforce plugin is free, so I'm not sure they will be happy. Okay. But that's I mean, this situation is a shame because sometimes you will pay for something that you already have. So let's say maybe there's a tool that does that already. I didn't check, obviously, but if you find any, I will be pleased to see that. Yeah, Jacob.
Just for my curiosity, why plugin, not, for example, manage package to handle it? Because for many people who are not familiar with command line, plugin can be a little bit more difficult to use first time if you never use it. Is it like some technical limitation, or it was just more convenient?
Or it was just a wine during speaker's dinner.
So I had only one drink of champagne, so I don't believe it's wine. First. Voilà. Check. So, yeah, manage package. I could have done that, but it was a while. I didn't wrote a Salesforce plugin, so I found it amusing. I have great nights usually, but yesterday it was like kind of mess because I had to finish this presentation, and at the end I just like I need to do something about it. So Salesforce plugin just came to my mind. No crazy stuff. Any more questions, or do you want a demo of it? Which will not work because we don't have the gods here. Yes? Okay, thank you very much. You're welcome.